Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings on this good evening. It's a beautiful Sunday evening in the world, in our world. Third rock from the sun. You got your brother, good brother Amir Hassan, Big C, chilling out with you tonight. And I'm coming in live and direct, like King Ernest said. This is live and direct. Yeah, man. Tonight, we're going to talk about a lot of things, stuff going on. First of all, please like my videos, subscribe, come in here. It surely would help the children. Peace and blessings, Rocky Riley. You listen to the old school Funky Brothers Fair this evening. This song, I made this song, man. My partner Al Chapman had got killed, and it was like I was standing right down the street from him when he got shot. Brother came and blocked off the corner. Him and my other partner was in the car. They went to the stop sign. Somebody pulled up, blocked off the corner. They can't pull on the other side of the street too, because the traffic was going this way. So they pulled in front of the car this way. And another car came down this street, ran up the street, and somebody shot him in the head. So the driver ended up driving him to the hospital. But it was like a trip, man, because I just came around there. I was gone for a while. And I just was telling him, man, you got to look alive, man, be careful. And that same night, just moments later, that happened. Yeah, not only that, it was just a lot was going on in the area I was raised. And I was thinking, like, man, what's the purpose of all this stuff, man? We all gonna die. We all gonna die, man. My rationale on it was shit. My brother had a song. If it's going down, then let's get it over with. So our mentality was just like full speed ahead. Whatever, we gotta handle our business, and this is what it is. So had to get used to it, man. But yeah, this is a great album. I listen to this album sometimes, and I think about the time when we go to the studio, and they said come kidnap me off the block to go to the studio. So he was already on. That's why he had a lot more songs on the album than I did. But I was more into the street, and I didn't never want to make time to go to the studio. But we eventually got it done, and it came out pretty cool. Yeah, but it's been a crazy week, man. It's been a crazy week. The boy Kwame Brown is going in on the NBA. They should have left that guy alone. Just the fact that he made it to professional sports and played 10 years. Coming from where he came from, he said he used to walk up the street with no shoes, and he came from a poor background. So, coming from where he came from, man, you got to commend them, because there's a lot of brothers that didn't put in that effort, and scholastically and athletically, and get to where that boy what he achieved. He wasn't exactly the best basketball player in the league. We used to call people like that the bus. He was the bus. not BUST, but BUSS. He was the bus. Dump truck. But shit, man. He did better than I did. Shit, I didn't do nothing. So I can't say nothing about him. He did a great fucking job, sometimes it's nervous when you're a young man. You come into that professional experience, and you're around all those high powered people and all their expectations, and all these folks hollering for you. It could rattle your nerves, man. He wasn't. I mean, shit. That's how it is. That's what happens. So when I see what he said, he's like, man, leave that stuff alone. Man. That shit go. For the last 10, 20 years, y'all been on my back about that stuff. Just his family members hearing that. He's probably going out to a bar or something, and people are talking about that stuff like that. But they don't, they should just look at the fact that, hey, man, this young black brother came from these humble beginnings, and he turned out to be an NBA basketball player. He's in the union for the basketball players. He did better than Jamarcus Russell did in football. We had a guy that got drafted out here named Chris Washburn, played for the Warriors. He was around in the hood buying crack. You know what I'm saying? And he was a highly touted basketball player too, but he ended up being a crackhead. We had a lot of people that didn't rise to the occasion. But we can't talk about them, man. Talk about yourself. They throw these brothers under the bus so much. It's just like regular thing. That's what made these big shows famous. Throwing these brothers up under the bus, man, when they should be edifying them, talking highly of their brothers. You can point out some stuff. You can be honest. It's journalism. But it seemed like they're a little bit too. They're a little bit too hard on them youngsters, man. I should say, yeah, I definitely like the album. It was a good episode 2 of Town Visions. Yeah, episode 2 of Town Visions, that was my buddy Jerry Law. He's an up-and-coming comedian. He's pretty funny, man. I seen him a couple times. I first seen him at Tommy T's. He was opening up for Just Hilarious. And he was pretty funny, man. So y'all check out Jerry Law, too. He got some good stuff going on. Yeah, we talked about that bus shooting in Oakland. The youngsters shooting up the party bus with the girls in there, and that's just ridiculous. All this violence going on in our community with our kids. I watched Fab today. He had a Sunday sermon. Fab talked about the stages, like the '80s. We were selling dope to their mamas. I was guilty, and but before us, we was poor. We was eating government cheese before the crack epidemic came. We was eating government cheese and asparagus and squash, government issued shit. We was starving, man. So grandma and them had. It's always been the lack of opportunity in the Black community, because our communities are always disenfranchised from having the best school systems to having less jobs. We always been starting off with the short end of the stick. So after the 70s, the drugs came. Oh man, we ran to that. We was having fat wives. We didn't think about what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? But the powers that be, if you remember the Iran Contra scandal and all that stuff, they put not the Iran Contra scandal, but it probably was the Iran Contra scandal with Oliver North, where they was trading weapons for drugs with the Southern American, I think it was the Sandinista Army or something like that. But the kingpins, that all that, the bottom of North America, South America, with the Panama Canal, all that is a way for the dope to come up from Colombia, and then the Mexicans step on it, So we got the short end of the stick. We got warred on with poverty. Then we got warred on with crack cocaine and drugs. Then we got warred on with prison. They incarcerated all of us. And so this is just a stage that the youngsters is in and being warred upon with it's our society. You know, look how quick they go to the assistance of other people. But when it comes to our community, they just feel like we deserve everything that we got coming. It's like we don't get the same record. We don't get the same love as everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? They gave Israel a whole. They gave the European Jews a whole fucking country. You know, after Hitler did his massacre on them, which you know, we had a massacre too. They didn't hardly give us nothing. Instead, they paid the people who were supposed to be our masters and in charge of us. They paid them reparations. They didn't give us nothing, you know. So these youngsters is going through the stages, and you're gonna have to find out what your purpose in life is, man. You know, because you know we wonder like when are they ever gonna stop all this stuff? It's not gonna stop, you know, until it's gonna take something really drastic to make this stuff stop, like some type of Holocaust or something. You know what I'm saying? Or God is gonna have to intervene, but the way these people acting in our communities, it's not gonna stop because ain't nobody trying to stop it. You know, a lot of people they just accept it for what it is. That's why I had that song, "Funky But It's Fair." Hey man, it's fucked up, but this is the way it is. You know, it's until we decide that we don't want to live like that. I mean, it's always going to be like that. You know, you can go other places in the world, and if they committed the crimes that is being committed in our communities, they get fucking hung or get their hair cut off or their hand cut off or something like that. But until we have some severe repercussions from not only the law but from the people, us, you know, ourselves, then shit, they're gonna keep on doing that shit. They're gonna keep on killing our kids. They're gonna keep on killing each other. They're gonna keep on breaking into cars and stealing. And shit, there's a lot more things that we could do instead of the easy route out while just stealing and robbing from each other. You know, what's hard is handling your business, and people don't want to do that hard thing. You know, getting your mind together. You know, we got to work on ourselves. You know, I didn't just stop doing what I was doing. I had to work on myself. I had to read all kind of books. I had to investigate philosophies. I had to do all kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? To get myself together. But eventually it happened, and I'm able to say that I've been crime free and all in penitentiary free for 20 years, you know? So I did it. If I can do it, anybody could do it, you know? Because I was fighting and shooting and all the stuff, you know? We weren't no different from the youngsters. That's why we was rapping about all that stuff. But, you know, when you know better, you do better, you know? And one thing that you have to have is a good connection with the Most High. You know, if you got to keep your connection with the Most High and stay prayed up. You know, don't care what nobody say, man. Stay with your butt prayed up. You know, stay prayed up, investigate, and learn who you are. Learn about yourself. Do the research on yourself. You know, it's all about self-development. You know, as you develop, as your understanding increases, then you navigate and you gravitate towards better stuff, better things in your life. You know, so yeah, man, it's all about growth. growth and development. I'm not a GD though. I'm not a gangbanger. It's all about growth, man. And if you're not growing, you're dying. We live to die, you know. But if you're not growing, you're just laying around, man. You're not, you know. Some people just don't. There are some people that just exist in this world. You know, are you living? Or are you existing? It's all about growth, taking care of yourself, and keeping that mind sharp. You know, I like to read every day. I like to read a chapter out of one of these books. You know, and plus I like to, when I close my eyes to go to sleep, I go over my plans or what I'm going to do, and write your plans down too. Write that stuff down. You know, because when you write your plans down, it's that more realistic. You know what I'm saying? And everything started in your brain. You know, everything that's in this world, this window, this computer, this camera, everything was in somebody's brain, and they brought that out of their mind into existence, into reality, from skyscrapers to bridges, ships. It all started in somebody's mind. So if you can believe that stuff, you can make it happen. They say if you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you touch it, you better clutch it. Got a fist full of dollars, a bucket full of ducats. That's my rap, you know. But yeah, man, all about self-development and desire. You know, do you have the strong desire? Do you really want it? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember one time we was working out. I was playing baseball, and I really wanted to play, man. I really wanted to play, but I had a cousin. He didn't want to play. You know what I'm saying? And how I know he didn't want to play, because they told us to run 5 laps around the field, right? And he quit. And they quit. When the going gets rough, the suckers get going. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want it, you're gonna run those 5 miles 5 times around that track, because you know, you're not gonna die. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. And plus, it's gonna make you better. It's gonna enhance your game. It's gonna have your breath stronger. So it's a reason that you have to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Just like school. A lot of y'all go to school. You just don't go to school for 2 years and don't do nothing. You gotta do the work. You know? Then once you get out of there, your mind has grew so much. And you're proud of yourself. Your self-esteem is high. You know, and when you got high self-esteem, good self-esteem, you function better. You know, because now you're loving yourself. You know, when you got good self-esteem, that means it's self-love. And the reason why a lot of our youngsters and a lot of our people are in the trouble that they are is because the lack of loving themselves. They don't love themselves, man. You know, you can't love yourself. I didn't love myself when I was in the streets shooting and selling dope every day and fighting with the police and running from the police. And I didn't even like myself. I didn't even ask myself that question. Once I started thinking about that, I was like, hey, do I even like this motherfucker right here? You know, I'm putting him through a whole lot of stuff. So once I started liking myself and loving myself, I made it a little bit easier for me. I said, hey, I don't care what these people think, what the hood think, what nobody think. I'm not about to subject myself to prison and death and none of this shit no more. You know, I don't see nobody doing this foolishness but us, you know? So I asked a lot of stuff out of my life. And as I began loving myself, you know what I'm saying? I developed a different way of living, you know? Now the stuff when I was young, I would do at the drop of a hat. I ain't never gonna do that no more. Because it don't make no sense, you know, for a grown ass man to be living like that. So you got to have yourself. You got to build your self-esteem up. You got to understand your worth and yourself, love yourself, and you got to rationalize in your mind and understand why you need to. And that's why Kwame Brown is going off on them fools, Charlemagne and all them, because he loved himself, and I think his mama got in his head, and it was like, boy, you better not let them niggas talk to you like that. You 10 feet tall, and you my baby, and you better go in on their ass. And his mama probably told him to do that, because who wants to hear their son getting drugged through the mud like that? The family, he got friends, you know what I'm saying? And then he everything he's saying is true. They ain't got no right to be coming at our brothers like that, man. Niggas go out there every night and perform for them people, and they make a lot of money off us, off them kids. So, and off us fans with the ticket prices as high as they is. So nah, man, he was scared. He was intimidated. So what? We still love him, But yeah, man, Charlemagne need to be quiet though, because they coming up with some stuff that's crazy, and he don't want them to keep bringing that on the air over the airways, because it opens up a lot of stuff and people have questions, But if he wasn't convicted in the court of law, we can't really say nothing. We do know, I look at like a lot of these charges they put on brothers, man. If, as much as they don't like us, if our ass did it, our ass gonna be in jail. Don't think that they gonna let us get away with nothing, So it must not be what it is. Legally, things operate and happen different than what a motherfucker just exploiting your information and putting your name out there like that. You got to have legal proof without beyond a reasonable doubt. Other than that, it's slander. So I done seen it happen. It happened to me. So I know that you can't believe what everybody say. If the courts say it, it's you got a little bit more. You got about 80% 80% chance that it's true, because the courts fuck up too, and they, especially on our stuff. So, you never know. I don't wish that on nobody, and I'm not quick to want to see somebody go to jail, but I don't like, nobody messing with kids. If he did that shit, he deserved what he get. But yeah, man, we gotta take it with a grain of salt, man. But yeah, Charlemagne. Then I was watching Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell is something else, man. I think he got mental health issues. He talks some good stuff, but I think he got mental health issues. Hassan Campbell out there in the Bronx, South Bronx, Africa Bambaataa, reportedly apparently they was friends, because he was hung around Africa Bambaataa a long time. But they say that he molested Hassan Campbell, or whatever it was. But Hassan, they made a video making it seem like Hassan was a child predator himself. He got an adopted young girl up in there, and that little girl ain't his biological daughter. And a lot of times when these kids get molested, it be by somebody who was molested themselves. So that video really made me think, because the boy is a weirdo. And I remember one time he had one of his moderators met up, and they were, it seemed like they went out to have drinks or something, and then he ended up getting into it with the guy. The guy the guy seemed to be like a gay guy or something, and they get into it, and Hassan pushed him down or something. But I'm like, man, it's a lot of questions on Hassan Campbell. You know, I just you know, that's where it comes from. A lot of us have issues that we haven't addressed, you know, mental health issues. And when, you know, kids get exposed to stuff like that, rape and molestation, it can fuck them up in the head. So I think something's wrong with that brother, you know. So get them kids. Forgive me, God. But yeah, man, we gotta let me see, right? I don't even know what's going on with Trump, man. I hadn't heard the story. It's good that Mozzie truck got meditated to be found and returned to. For sure. Oh yeah, yeah, man. See, a lot of people don't know, man. When you know they know not they better they know to get that truck back, man. You know, it ain't gonna be no violence, but it's just like you stupid, you know. You never know. It might be. You know, get a truck back. Fab is associated with a lot of good people in the Bay Area, and it's a lot of people that you know, still is, you know, Fab is a professional person, but it's a lot of people that he messed with is not in that life, and they still on the street. So, you know, when they say stuff, hey man, get that truck back, you better run that truck back in, you know, because you know, it is some law and order out here, you know, and that's the good thing about the Bay Area. We have some OGs that stick together. And back in the day when a lot of us used to be going against each other, we'd be from different parts of Oakland. Now that we're older, we've seen what happened. A lot of people came home from doing a lot of time, and folks got killed, and we grew up and got older, and we work together to make sure the best result, the best thing comes out of these issues. The best result happens, you know. Then that's why he got his truck back, because wrong, you know, people don't want that karma coming back on them. It's rough out here. But Fab a good dude anyway, you know. He do a lot for the community. Ain't no reason for them to be taking Fab trucks. He give out hella shit at all through the year, from Christmas, Thanksgiving, the school, going back to school for the kids, going, you know, everything. He helps us out. So, you know, we want to watch over our people that do stuff like that. You don't want to mess your people up, man. Don't, you know, a lot of these other big people with a lot of more money than Fab don't do nothing. So, you know, we got to take care of our people, man. But yeah, he got that truck back. And yeah, man. So, and I also seen a video. I want to talk about this video with Charleston White in Bosco. Charleston White talk a lot of shit, man, and he'll make a nigga want to do something to him. But you can't bite on people like that, because when people have that energy and you take it with you, they won. You know what I'm saying? Bosco shouldn't have never paid that boy no attention, because all he did was just holler and scream on the video when they was on live. Supposed to be, reportedly, they were supposed to be talking about fighting and getting into a boxing match. And I guess Charleston White was like, he only got one eye. See, he talk all that shit, but then always go back to, he only got one eye and he got his guns. And then he talk about gangs, but he just made a whole new another gang called the Niggas. So that boy is he hilarious, because he a country bumpkin, you know, and they just talk hella funny, and the philosophy is a trip. But you know, I like both of them, man, and I don't like a lot of things that Charleston White does, though. You know, you talk all that shit, then you go get 15 guns and line them up on the porch. You scary than a motherfucker, and you don't want to fight, and you acting like you're the baddest motherfucker in the world. So somebody gonna beat his ass. Somebody probably gonna do something to him, which I hope not. But he talk a lot of shit, and he get personal and dirty with it, you know. But yeah, man, the thing this week we're gonna do is straighten up and fly right, get your mind right, clear your mind, man, increase your self-esteem, learn about yourself, man. Think about you, ponder on you. When we pray, if you, I would advise you to pray. If you don't pray, when you pray, you know, pray pray to God that He open up your understanding and that He's blessed you with understanding of yourself. Because the more you understand yourself, the more successful you're gonna be. You know, the more comfortable you're gonna be, the more the more resilient you're gonna be. You know, because you're learning to love yourself, understand yourself, love yourself. Look at your story. Forgive yourself. If you're holding grudges against yourself, forgive yourself, man. If you want God to forgive you, you got to forgive yourself too. For if you want God to forgive you for things that you did that you know wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? First, forgive yourself, then ask God to forgive you and let it go. You know, I had to forgive myself for a lot of stuff I did, a lot of stupid stuff. Like I was supposed to be playing hoop, man, and I got kicked out the hoop team because I wanted to go smoke some weed behind the gym with my partners, man. I knew I wasn't supposed to be smoking that close to the goddamn coach. The nigga called us, all of us, kicked me off the team. Yeah, so got to take care of yourself. You know, I just gave myself a little pampering. You know, take care of yourself. That make you feel good too. Go somewhere, get you some relaxation stations somewhere, and yeah, man, it's all about you. You know, you look at everybody else. What about you? Take care of yourself. Build up that self-esteem, and be the king that you're supposed to be, or the queen that you're supposed to be. Yeah, but my girl just brought me in some of this good. Hold on, let me show you. Got that good salad. Got some crab meat on there with some shrimp, some beets, and some tomatoes. And that's what I'm eating. And tomorrow, I'm gonna fast. I'm gonna cleanse. I'm gonna take this cleanse stuff every Monday and Tuesday. I do this cleanse and these the detoxifying pills. Just drink water for 2 days. Just drink water for 2 days. I put lemon in my water, or I might put some of this hydrating stuff up in the water. And just drink that water for 2 days, and clean my big butt right on out, man. You know, because I got to take care of the temple. You know, because I done destroyed this motherfucker many times over. But yeah, I'm about to take care of my business, man. Y'all have a great one. We're gonna have another another podcast coming out pretty soon. I got one with Jerry Lofton. We got a second half of that that's gonna come out. And we're gonna put some more stuff together, man. I'm gonna get some great people to talk to. If you guys got somebody who wanna come on in, you know, we up and going, so we ain't popping right now. But you know, the more we do it, the more looks we'll probably get. But we're gonna keep it up and definitely uplifting ourselves. Right to also to take the shit. Recite the same font, sure as every prayer, or is it multiple resuscitations? The same. Try to learn as many prayers as you can, as many short surahs as you can. You know, they say Surah Ikhlas is Surah Ikhlas, which is one of the prayers that 114. Kuhu walahu ahad ala hasamet lam yalit walam yalat walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Surah Ikhlas, that's like a third of the Quran, they say. So I always recite that, but it's different. I try to, and Farj, I try to, because it's only 2 rakats, I try to say like a couple short prayers. Like I might say Asr, Ikhlas, Nas, um, 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 what's the other one? The Dawn. Who was a bitter falak, Minsiri Makala. I might say the Dawn, and just say like about 4 of them. Yeah, but just try to learn some more, and the short ones. Once you start doing them, I used to just write them down, and then I put them down on the floor by my rug, and I just say them. I read them and just say them when I do the prayer, and that's how I learned my prayers. But yeah, man, good evening. Have a blessed week. This is Money Monday coming up. Money Monday. We get money Monday, so we got to process the night of Sunday and make sure that we get ready for Money Monday, so we can go out there with our full armor of God on and handle our business and get our sustenance. Because that's one thing that we gotta have to survive. Some dough. It's all about the money, and the dang thing funny. I'm just messing around. But yeah, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you later. Peace and blessings.